Welcome to Leading with AI podcast. We're really excited today because we're doing a true deep dive.
That's right.
We're going straight to the heart of what matters for leaders right now, drawing insights from Beckett's, frankly, game-changing book, Intelligent Advantage.
It really is a crucial read.
Our mission today, simple. We want to unpack why AI isn't just, some interesting tech trend. It's the core engine.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable, really, for your organization's future.
Exactly. It's about the executive imperative for AI. Why it belongs fundamentally in the boardroom, shaping strategy.
And there's a quote from the book that just nails it, doesn't it? You don't need to predict the future, but you must lead toward it.
That line really captures the essence. It's not about having a crystal ball for every tech development. It's about proactive leadership. It's about engaging with AI now, understanding its strategic weight, and actually guiding your organization forward.
Okay, let's jump right into that because, as you said, it's strategic. The book talks about the new strategic imperative, beyond automation.
Yeah.
And it's clear this isn't just tweaking processes.
Not at all. We're so past just automating repetitive tasks or, finding marginal efficiencies. That's table stakes now. AI is about fundamentally reimagining the business.
Reimagining how? Give us the scope.
Everything. How you operate day to day, how you innovate, how you come up with new products or services, how you genuinely understand your customers on a deeper level, and ultimately how you compete and win in your market. It changes the whole landscape.
And the book paints a pretty stark picture if you don't embrace this, right?
It does. It says companies that embed AI deep into their strategy and operations, they won't just survive the disruptions coming, they'll actually thrive. They'll build sustainable growth, foster real innovation, secure market leadership. It's a massive advantage.
But a flip side.
The flip side is grim. Those treating AI as a, quote, peripheral concern, something maybe the IT team looks at, they risk becoming, and this is another direct quote, relics of a bygone era.
Wow. Relics. That's blunt.
It is, but you can already see that gap forming, can't you? The AI haves are pulling away from the AI have-nots. The benefits are becoming tangible, measurable.
Okay, so it's urgent. The book also uses this term, general purpose technology, or GPT, to describe AI. For a leader listening, maybe someone not super technical, how do you explain why that label matters so much?
Think about electricity or the internet. Those weren't just single inventions. They were foundational shifts. Electricity didn't just give us light bulbs, right? It powered factories, homes, entire new industries.
Right. It enabled everything else.
Exactly. The internet did the same for information and communication. AI is like that. It's a GPT because its core techniques, machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, deep learning, they aren't specific to one industry. They're applicable everywhere.
So it's not just for, tech companies in Silicon Valley.
Absolutely not. The book is such diverse examples. Diagnosing diseases, sometimes better than doctors. Discovering completely new materials. Managing incredibly complex financial risks. Personalizing education for individual students. Optimizing farming yields. Even creating original art and music.
It's genuinely across the board then.
It acts as this enabling layer, as the book calls it. It amplifies what we can do, redefines possibilities. It leads to, and this is key, entirely new things, not just doing the old things a bit faster or cheaper.
If it enables entirely new things, then leadership itself has to change, right?
Right.
Which takes us straight to why executive ownership is just non-negotiable.
Precisely. The journey into this age of intelligent advantage, it's not passive. It demands a fundamental shift in perspective, in accountability, in action. Right from the C-suite.
You can't just delegate this down the chain.
You absolutely cannot delegate the AI revolution. It's not an IT project. It's core business transformation.
Yeah.
And the book is really clear about the pitfalls, the costly mistakes leaders make if they lack that foundational AI fluency.
Okay, let's dig into those, because understanding the risks is just as important. What's the first major pitfall the book highlights?
A big one is getting swept up in the hype. Vendor promises can sound amazing, but without a baseline understanding, leaders can get overly swayed, greenlight huge investments in tech that just isn't right for their specific business needs or context.
Buying the shiniest object, basically, without knowing if it actually solves your problem.
Exactly. It leads to poor investments, wasted resources, and, frankly, disillusionment with AI later on.
Makes sense. What's another common trap?
Failing to spot and champion the high-value opportunities within your own business. If you don't grasp what AI can realistically do, you might focus on automating some tiny, low-value task instead of seeing how it could revolutionize your supply chain or customer experience or R&D.
missing the big strategic prize because you're focused on the small wins.
You miss the forest for the trees. You don't see the truly transformative potential because you lack that strategic AI lens.
And what about overseeing these projects? Governance comes up a lot.
Yes, a lack of fluency makes it incredibly hard to effectively oversee AI projects. How do you set realistic goals? Allocate the right resources. Interpret the ROI if you don't understand the basics.
Right. And the ethical side. That seems huge.
It's critical. If leaders don't understand AI, they can unintentionally abdicate responsibility for the ethical implications. Fairness, bias, transparency, these can't be afterthoughts. If AI systems are just black boxes to the leadership, how can you ensure they align with your company's values? It's a massive risk.
A risk of building something you don't understand and can't control ethically? And I guess this all leads to a communication breakdown, too.
Absolutely. A huge communication gap often opens up between the C-suite and the technical teams. They speak different languages conceptually. This leads to frustration, misaligned expectations, and ultimately AI solutions that don't actually solve the intended business problems.
Okay, so the risks are clear. Let's talk about building the foundation for success.
Yeah.
How do organizations get ready? The book outlines 5 key capabilities.
Yes, 5 interconnected pillars. You need strategic alignment, making sure AI efforts directly support business goals. A solid data foundation, we'll definitely come back to that. The right technological infrastructure and overall digital maturity. The right talent and, crucially, culture. And robust governance, they all work together.
Let's focus on data first. The book calls it the lifeblood of AI. What does that mean in practical terms for a leader?
It means everything starts with data. You can have the smartest algorithm in the world, but if you feed it garbage, you get garbage out. That's the classic GI Go principle.
Garbage in, garbage out. Heard that before.
And it's never been more true than with AI. So strong, mature data governance isn't just nice to have, it's an absolute prerequisite for any effective AI. We're talking data quality, accuracy, completeness, timeliness. Is it secure? Does it respect privacy like GDPR or CCPA demands? Where did it come from? Who owns it?
That sounds like a lot to get right, especially for older companies.
It is a huge challenge, especially with legacy systems and data scattered everywhere in silos. It's not just about collecting more data, it's about ensuring the data you have is clean, accessible, well-managed, and trustworthy. Without that, your AI initiatives will stall. Or worse, lead you in the wrong direction.
So data is the fuel. What about the engine itself, the governance around the AI models?
Right. Comprehensive AI governance is the other side of the coin. It's multifaceted. First, you need model governance and risk management, sometimes called model ops.
Model ops. Okay, what's that?
Think of it like managing any critical asset. Your AI models aren't static. They need monitoring. They can drift over time as the data changes. Model ops is about managing that entire lifecycle, building, deploying, monitoring performance, retraining, ensuring they remain reliable and accurate.
Like ongoing maintenance for your algorithms.
Exactly. Then there are the ethical AI principles. Leaders must define, champion, and embed principles like fairness, accountability, transparency or explainability, human oversight, safety, security, privacy. These aren't just buzzwords, they need to be operationalized.
And managing the new risks AI brings.
That's AI risk management. Identifying and mitigating things like algorithmic bias creeping in, security holes like adversarial attacks where people try to fool your AI, the lack of interpretability in some complex models, potential compliance failures. You also have to navigate the evolving regulatory landscape.
Yeah.
The EU AI Act is just the beginning.
Seems complex. How do you structure this?
You need clear roles and oversight structures, maybe an AI ethics board, maybe a chief AI ethics officer. Definitely needs board-level visibility and oversight. It's about building that framework of accountability.
Okay, data and governance are crucial infrastructure. But what about the people? The book talks about fostering an AI-conscious culture, a pull culture. What does that involve?
A pull culture is where employees aren't just having AI pushed onto them, they're actively pulling it into their work because they see the value. It starts with leadership, democratizing AI understanding.
Making it less scary, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Demystifying it for non-technical folks. Showing real, relevant use cases in their departments. Explaining how AI augments their roles, helps them do their jobs better, rather than just threatening replacement. Make it accessible.
Let buy-in from the ground up.
And crucially, fostering experimentation and intelligent failure. This is huge. You need a psychologically safe space where teams can try things, test hypotheses with AI, and learn from what doesn't work without fear of blame.
So failure isn't punished, it's treated as learning.
Intelligent failure, yes. Maybe dedicate specific innovation budgets for AI pilots. It's a mindset shift, moving from pure risk aversion to embracing calculated risks for potentially huge rewards. Learn fast, adapt faster.
That's a big cultural change for many places. What else drives this pull?
Championing data as a strategic asset for all. Promote data literacy everywhere. Give people access to tools. Value data-driven decisions and meetings. Also, breaking down silos. AI projects almost always need cross-functional teams: business, data science, IT, ethics, legal. You need collaboration, shared goals. Create those pods or squads.
So collaboration is key. And what about the leaders themselves?
Executive role modeling is paramount. Leaders need to visibly be learning about AI, using AI-driven insights, asking data-centric questions. Their actions send powerful signals. If the C-suite isn't engaged, why should anyone else be?
Lead by example. The book also mentions empowering citizen data scientists and AI translators.
Yes. Provide tools and training so business users can do some level of data analysis themselves, the citizen data scientists, and develop or hire those crucial AI translators who can bridge the gap between the business needs and the technical teams. They are invaluable.
That paints a really clear picture of the foundations. But for a CEO or board member listening, feeling maybe a bit overwhelmed, what are the practical first steps for them to get ready?
The absolute starting point. Invest in C-suite and board AI education. And I don't mean a one-off webinar. Structured programs designed for executives, covering core concepts, strategic implications, use cases, data basics, ethics, talent, everything they need to govern effectively.
Like executive AI academies or board boot camps.
Exactly. Things like that. Curated resources, expert briefings. It needs to be ongoing. Gartner highlighted this recently. Boards are increasingly expected to have this literacy.
Makes sense. What else can they do personally?
Establish executive peer learning circles or AI councils. Create that safe space for leaders to share struggles and successes with AI. Learn from each other. I love this idea from the book. Engage in reverse mentoring.
Learning from younger, digitally native employees.
Yes. Or spending real time embedded with data science teams. See their world, understand the challenges and capabilities firsthand, break down those hierarchical barriers to learning.
That's a great idea. And the language barrier we mentioned.
Tackle it head on, develop a must-know AI lexicon for leaders, a simple shared glossary. Define terms like algorithm, bias, generative AI in plain business language. Get everyone speaking the same language.
Okay, education, learning, language. How do you bake this into the actual work?
Mandate AI impact assessments for major initiatives. Before you launch anything big, ask, how could AI enhance this? What data do we need? What are the risks? What capabilities are required? Make it part of the process, not an afterthought.
Integrate it into strategic planning from the start.
And integrate AI fluency into leadership development and performance metrics. Value this capability. Recognize and reward leaders who champion AI effectively. Finally, visit AI-mature organizations. Go see what good looks like. Learn from the pioneers.
This all comes together in the case study the book uses, right? Global Logistics Corp, GLC, and the CEO, Arthur Vance. What was the wake-up call for them?
It was brutal. GLC lost a major longtime client, not just to anyone, but to a smaller, nimbler competitor that was using AI really smartly.
What was the competitor doing?
Dynamic pricing that adapted instantly, real-time tracking the client could see, proactive alerts if a shipment might be delayed. It was a level of service intelligence GLC just couldn't match with their traditional systems. A real punch to the gut.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So how did the CEO, Vance, react? Did he panic?
To his credit, no. He saw it wasn't just a fluke. He realized his hands-off approach to AI was a massive liability. So he personally dove in. Executive programs, reading like crazy, probably intelligent advantage, talking to experts.
He educated himself first.
Yes. And crucially, he commissioned a really honest cross-functional assessment of GLC's actual AI readiness. No sugarcoating. He wanted the truth so he could build a real strategy, not just apply Band-Aids.
So they get serious. Fast forward 3 to 5 years, what happened? What were the results of this CEO-led push?
The results were genuinely transformative. Operationally, AI-driven route optimization slashed fuel costs by 15%. Think about that for a logistics company. On-time delivery improved by 20%. Predictive maintenance cut fleet downtime significantly. Huge efficiency gains.
Impressive numbers. But was it just about cost cutting?
Not at all. Customer satisfaction soared, those
Yeah.
AI tools. They led to happier clients, faster problem solving, much lower churn. They actually won back some lost clients.
So efficiency and better customer experience, win-win.
And it created new revenue streams. GLC started analyzing all that operational data with AI and offered supply chain analytics and risk assessment as a premium service to their clients. Data became a product.
Turning an internal capability into external value. Smart.
Plus, employee engagement went up. People saw AI helping them, saw the leadership commitment, and morale improved. They even started attracting better tech talent. And finally, the market perception totally shifted. GLC went from being seen as a traditional, maybe slightly staid logistics firm to an industry innovator. You saw it in their stock price, their valuation. It was a complete turnaround, driven from the top by AI strategy.
That GLC story really shows the power of executive commitment. It's not abstract. It leads to tangible results across the board. You're hearing some incredible insights today, and honestly, these are just a taste of the strategic wisdom packed into the book we're exploring. If you're ready to really deepen your understanding and put these ideas into action in your own organization, we highly recommend getting your own copy of Intelligent Advantage by Ryan Beckett. You can easily find it on Amazon. Just search for the title, Intelligent Advantage. It's well worth the read. Okay, we're back for the second half of our deep dive. We've covered why leaders need to own AI and the foundations they need to build. Now, let's get into the really exciting part, AI's transformative impact across the enterprise. Starting right at the top with strategic planning, the book talks about a living strategy.
Yeah, this is a huge departure from the traditional way of doing things. Think about the typical strategic plan. Maybe it's done once a year, sits in a binder. It's often a bit static, right? A snapshot in time.
Definitely. Often outdated pretty quickly.
Exactly. AI enables something totally different. Continuous strategic sensing. It's like giving your organization 247 eyes and ears on the world. AI systems can constantly monitor this vast stream of external data, news, social media, regulations, competitor moves, financial markets, patents, you name it.
So instead of a quarterly review, it's always on, always sensing.
Precisely. It allows for a truly dynamic SWOT analysis, or TOWS analysis, that's constantly updated. AI can spot weak signals, emerging trends, subtle shifts in customer needs, or competitor threats much earlier than humans typically can. And it can deliver personalized predictive intelligence briefings to leaders, not just data, but foresight.
That's powerful for situational awareness.
Yeah.
But how does it help actually formulate strategy? Can AI help create the plan itself?
Absolutely. It goes way beyond just monitoring. AI powers incredibly sophisticated scenario modeling and simulation. You can test dozens, even hundreds of strategic options against different potential futures, see how resilient they are before you bet the farm.
Stress testing strategies virtually.
Exactly. And now with generative AI, it gets even more interesting. AI can actually help with out-of-the-box ideation.
Like AI suggesting new strategies.
Yes. Trained on vast amounts of data, it can suggest novel strategic options, challenge your team's assumptions, identify completely untapped white spaces in the market. It becomes a kind of creative partner in the strategy room. Humans still guide it, evaluate the outputs, use their judgment, but AI can really broaden the thinking. You can even do enhanced wargaming with AI playing the role of competitors.
A true co-creator. That really changes the role of the chief strategy officer, I imagine.
Immensely. They become the champion of using these tools, overseeing these intelligent platforms, integrating AI insights into the core strategic process.
Okay, let's shift from strategy to operations. AI for operational excellence, from lean to intelligent autonomy. Lean and Six Sigma have been the gold standard for decades. How does AI change that game?
AI takes operational excellence to a whole new level. It drives several key shifts. You move from being reactive to problems to being predictive, even prescriptive. You move from periodic tweaks to continuous real-time optimization, from fixing things locally to achieving system-wide excellence, and from rigid, fixed processes to adaptive learning systems that get smarter over time.
So systems that learn and improve on their own, that sounds futuristic.
It leads towards this concept of autonomous operations. Now, this doesn't mean factories with no people. It means a sophisticated partnership. AI handles the routine, the predictable, the optimization calculations humans can't do at scale, freeing up people for higher-level strategy, complex problem-solving, managing exceptions, ethical oversight. It's about amplifying human capability through intelligent automation.
Let's make that concrete. Supply chain and logistics, like with GLC, how does AI transform that complex web?
It brings unprecedented visibility and intelligence. You get enhanced end-to-end visibility, often using a digital twin, a live virtual model of your entire supply chain. You can see everything in real time, spot anomalies instantly.
Like a flight simulator for your supply chain.
Kind of, yeah. And it enables predictive risk identification. AI constantly scans for potential disruptions, supplier issues, geopolitical events, demand spikes, port congestion, cyber threats, and gives you early warnings.
So you see problems coming sooner. Can it help you react better, too?
Definitely. That's AI-powered disruption response. If something does happen, AI can run thousands of what-if scenarios in seconds. What if we reroute ships? Shift production, reallocate inventory. It can give prescriptive recommendations for the optimal recovery plan, minimizing the impact. It enables incredible resilience.
And inventory always a massive challenge.
AI revolutionizes it. Forget static safety stock levels. AI enables dynamic safety stock based on real-time demand and lead times, and crucially, multi-echelon inventory optimization.
MEIO. Sounds technical.
It just means optimizing inventory across the entire network simultaneously. Factories, warehouses, distribution centers, everything, and not just one location at a time. AI figures out the optimal place for every single item to be, predicting demand, minimizing costs, preventing those bullwhip effects of overstocking and stockouts. It's about system-wide intelligence.
That's a huge leap. What about automating processes within the business? We hear about RPA, robotic process automation.
Yeah.
The book talks about IPA, intelligent process automation. What's the difference?
IPA is RPA supercharged with AI. Basic RPA bots follow simple, predefined rules. IPA incorporates things like machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision. So IPA can handle unstructured data like reading emails or documents. It can deal with ambiguity, learn from exceptions, adapt over time, and orchestrate work more intelligently between humans and bots. It's much more cognitive.
So it can handle more complex, less predictable tasks.
Exactly. And again, the focus is augmenting humans, like in AI-powered quality inspection. Instead of human inspectors relying on sampling, AI with computer vision can inspect every single item on a high-speed production line with incredible accuracy, catching defects humans might miss.
Wow. And predictive maintenance, we touched on that with GLC.
Yes, predictive maintenance, PDM, is a huge application. AI analyzes sensor data from equipment to predict failures before they happen. You fix things proactively during scheduled downtime, not reactively when everything grinds to a halt. The savings in downtime and maintenance costs are often massive, as studies show. This often involves the Internet of Things, IoT sensors, feeding data to AI, sometimes even processed right at the edge AI, for faster decisions.
With all this intelligence baked into operations, do our old ways of measuring success still work? Things like OEE or cost per unit?
That's a great question the book raises. Probably not entirely. We likely need new intelligent KPIs that measure the adaptability, the learning rate, the resilience of the operation, not just static efficiency. Measuring the true ROI of AI requires a balanced scorecard looking beyond just immediate cost savings to strategic value, risk reduction, and future options created.
Okay, switching gears to finance. The AI-augmented CFO. How is AI changing that role, which is often seen as very traditional, very backward-looking?
It's turning the CFO role on its head. They're shifting from being primarily historical reporters telling you what happened to being predictive strategists helping you understand what might happen and what to do. From cost controllers to value architects, from compliance police to sophisticated risk navigators, they become central figures in digital transformation.
So much more forward-looking and strategic.
Absolutely. They gain more influence at the board level because they bring data-backed predictive insights, better risk analysis, more informed capital allocation recommendations. They use AI for robust scenario planning, stress testing the business model against potential shocks. They integrate financial and non-financial data to get earlier warnings of risks. It's a massive expansion of the role's strategic impact.
Fascinating. Now let's talk people. Human capital strategy. How does AI impact HR? Is it just about automating HR tasks?
Automation is part of it, yes. AI handles a lot of the transactional stuff, payroll, benefits admin, basic queries, which frees up HR professionals for more strategic work, as research suggests. But it goes much further. The book argues AI can actually help create more people-centric cultures.
More people-centric. How? That seems counterintuitive.
By enabling truly personalized employee experiences, by helping make fairer talent decisions, mitigating the unconscious biases that creep into human evaluations, by empowering employees with better tools and information, by enhancing communication, by focusing on well-being through data insights.
Okay, give me some examples. How does AI help in, say, hiring?
Predictive hiring. AI goes beyond keywords on a resume. It analyzes patterns across vast amounts of data, candidate profiles, assessment results, even the traits of your current top performers to predict who is likely to succeed in a specific role and fit well with the company culture and stay long term.
Finding a better fit, not just filling a seat. What about developing existing talent?
This is huge. AI powers internal talent marketplaces. Imagine a system that intelligently matches employees' skills, interests, and career aspirations with open roles, projects, or even short gigs within the company. It boosts internal mobility, engagement, and optimizes how you use the talent you already have.
That sounds amazing for employee growth and retention.
It is. Plus, AI drives workforce analytics and retention insights. Analyzing things like pulse surveys, using NLP on open-ended feedback to understand sentiment and key themes, even using social listening, all to proactively identify retention risks and address them. And for learning and development, AI offers intelligent skills gap analysis and creates personalized learning paths through AI-powered platforms, delivering adaptive microlearning tailored to each employee.
It sounds like it touches every part of the employee life cycle, even career pathing.
Yes, smart career pathing and leadership development. AI can suggest potential career trajectories, help identify high-potential employees earlier and more objectively, tailor leadership training, support succession planning, and even facilitate better mentorship matches. It's about using data to nurture talent more effectively.
Incredible potential there. Let's move to the customer. AI-enhanced customer strategy, hyper-personalization, and intelligent commerce. We hear personalization a lot. How does AI take it to another level?
It moves beyond basic segmentation based on demographics. AI enables a truly dynamic, granular, and predictive understanding of each individual customer. It starts with creating a true 360-degree customer view.
Pulling data from everywhere.
Everywhere. CRM, website clicks, purchases, call center interactions, social media mentions, app usage, IoT data. AI integrates and synthesizes all of it to uncover not just what customers do, but their underlying needs, their intent, the context of their behavior. It sees the nuances.
Understanding the why behind the what, and then predicting.
Exactly. AI excels at predictive modeling, predicting customer churn, who is likely to leave and why, predicting purchase intent, who is ready to buy right now, predicting lifetime value, CLV, who are your most valuable customers long term, predicting propensity to respond to a specific offer. This allows for incredibly effective next best action or next best offer strategies.
Like the example in the book of the fashion retailer offering a discount just when someone shows high intent.
Precisely. Or a software company using predicted CLV to assign their best support agents to proactively help high-value clients. It's about intervening intelligently at the right moment with the right action for each individual.
So it's truly one-to-one, not just broad segments.
It enables dynamic customer segmentation, identifying micro-segments that constantly evolve based on behavior. And it powers voice of the customer, FIVO-C 2.0, using natural language processing to analyze thousands of reviews, survey responses, social media comments in real time to understand sentiment, identify emerging issues, track brand health.
Listening at scale. What about pricing? That's always sensitive.
AI-powered dynamic pricing is becoming more common, especially in retail, travel, and e-commerce. AI algorithms adjust prices in real time based on demand, supply, competitor prices, even individual customer behavior patterns. It can significantly boost revenue and manage inventory, but companies have to be careful about fairness and customer perception. Transparency is key.
Okay, one more area. Innovation. The book says AI reinvents it, acts as an antidote to innovation friction.
Traditional innovation can be slow, costly, and hit or miss. AI speeds up almost every stage. It provides augmented ideation. AI tools can scan global trends, scientific papers, patent databases, competitor activities to identify white spaces and suggest novel product ideas or business models. Generative AI can brainstorm alongside human teams.
So helping find the opportunities and spark ideas.
And then dramatically accelerating validation and simulation. You can use AI to rapidly prototype ideas virtually, simulate how a product might perform in the market, predict customer adoption, all much faster and cheaper than building physical prototypes or running traditional market tests. It enables these accelerated innovation loops. Fail fast, learn faster becomes much more feasible.
Like virtual R&D. The book mentions generative design too.
Yes, generative design and intelligent R&D. This is where AI becomes a co-creator. Engineers or designers input the constraints and goals for a part, say, it needs to be strong, lightweight, fit in this space, and the AI generates potentially thousands of design options, often with complex, optimized shapes humans wouldn't conceive. The human then curates and refines. It's transforming fields like aerospace, automotive design. And in R&D, AI is accelerating discovery by analyzing vast data sets, like in drug development or material science.
This really brings us to the idea of competing differently. The book calls it competing on algorithms. What does that mean?
It means your algorithms, fueled by your unique data and your ability to learn continuously, become a core source of competitive advantage. It's not just about your products anymore. It's about the intelligence embedded within your operations and customer interactions.
And there's a flywheel effect described.
Yes, the data algorithm experience data flywheel. Better data lets you build smarter algorithms. Smarter algorithms deliver better customer experiences. Better experiences attract more users or customers. More users generate more data, and the cycle repeats, getting stronger each time. It creates powerful network effects that are very hard for competitors to catch up to.
So the rich get richer, algorithmically speaking.
In a way, yes. It changes how you think about intellectual property. It's less about static patents, more about dynamic learning capabilities. It often leads to winner-takes-most markets. And it means training data itself is strategic capital. High-quality, unique, relevant data is gold. Companies need robust pipelines to collect, clean, and label this data.
How do you defend that data advantage?
Data defensibility comes from things like having rare or proprietary data, like from unique industrial equipment, benefiting from strong data network effects, more users, better products, and more users, building cumulative advantage through those flywheels, creating data ecosystems, and navigating privacy regulations effectively.
And you need to manage the algorithms themselves strategically.
Absolutely. Managing the algorithm lifecycle as a strategy function. Treat your key algorithms like products. Have a strategy for their conception, development, testing, deployment, so where MLOps comes in, ongoing monitoring, and eventual retirement or major retraining. It's continuous strategic oversight.
But this algorithmic competition raises ethical alarms too, doesn't it?
It definitely does. The book warns about dark patterns, using AI's power to optimize for manipulation, designing addictive experiences, or even personalized deception that exploits user psychology. And there's the threat of adversarial learning competitors or bad actors trying to poison your training data, evade your detection systems, or steal your valuable models. These are serious new battlegrounds.
A whole new set of risks for leaders to grapple with. Which brings us to the executive themselves.
Yeah.
How does AI change how they make decisions day to day?
We're moving from dashboards to decision systems. Think about traditional dashboards. They mostly show you historical data, right? A rear view mirror.
Yeah, lighting indicators often.
AI-driven decision systems are different. They're active. They have better diagnostics, understanding why something happened. They have predictive power, what's likely to happen next. They offer prescriptive recommendations, what you should do about it. They learn continuously. They can even automate certain decisions within preset guardrails. They actively support and shape the decision process.
And these AI co-pilots the book mentions, sounds like having an AI advisor.
Pretty much. Interactive, conversational AI assistants for executives. You can ask questions in natural language. What are the main drivers of churn in the West region this quarter? The AI generates insights proactively, lets you test hypotheses. What if we increased marketing spend here? And crucially, explains its reasoning using explainable AI or XAI.
Okay, but we know humans have biases. AI can have biases too. How do we make sure this augmentation doesn't just amplify bad decisions or embed unfairness?
That's a critical question, and the book tackles it head on. Both humans with things like anchoring bias, confirmation bias, overconfidence in AI systems can be biased. AI can even be a cognitive mirror, potentially highlighting our own biases if we use it carefully.
But there's a risk of just trusting the machine too much.
Exactly. That's automation bias. Over-relying on the AI, accepting its outputs uncritically, even when your own intuition or other data suggests caution, it's a significant danger.
So how do we fight that? How do leaders stay in the loop or on the loop effectively?
Several strategies. Demand transparency and explainability, XAI, from your AI systems. Don't accept black boxes for critical decisions. Cultivate healthy skepticism, question the outputs, especially surprising ones. Triangulate insights, compare the AI's view with other data sources and human expertise. Maintain clear human oversight, especially for high-stakes decisions. Understand the difference between human in the loop, human involved in each decision, and human on the loop. Human monitors, AI runs autonomously. Invest in AI fluency for everyone involved, and regularly audit AI systems for performance and bias.
So it's about building a process around the AI, not just plugging it in. What would a good workflow look like?
The book suggests elements like clear human-AI teaming defining who does what best. AI crunches the data, Humans provide context, judgment, ethical grounding, and take responsibility. Rigorous validation steps are crucial, validating the input data, the model itself, the outputs, and the real-world impact. And feedback loops are essential for continuous improvement, humans providing feedback to the AI, and feedback on how the whole process is working.
And explainable AI, XAI, is key for executives.
Absolutely. For leaders, XAI needs to provide clarity on the AI's purpose, transparency about what data drove a recommendation, an intuitive sense of its logic, clear confidence levels, ways to interactively explore the reasoning, and justification for its suggestions. It builds trust and enables informed oversight.
This all comes back to leadership needing to be fluent in AI. It feels like the absolute core requirement for future-proofing leadership.
It really is. The book argues that a lack of AI literacy at the top creates a massive execution gap. You can have the best strategy, the best tech, but if leaders can't make informed decisions, ask the right questions, and foster the right culture, it falls apart. AI fluency is non-negotiable.
What are the core competencies these AI-fluent leaders need?
Firstly, strategic framing of AI initiatives. Can they connect AI projects directly to business value? Can they prioritize based on real strategic impact, not just tech coolness? Do they understand AI's role in the competitive landscape? Can they define meaningful success metrics?
Being able to see the big picture connection.
Yes. And secondly, simply asking the right questions. This is maybe the most powerful skill for a non-technical leader. Asking probing questions of their teams, vendors, business units about the purpose, the data, the model's limitations, the implementation challenges, the ethics, the risks.
Holding people accountable through smart questions. What about understanding the tech itself? Do they need to code?
No, definitely not code. But they need a conceptual grasp of basic ML types, model trade-offs, and limitations. Understanding the difference between supervised, unsupervised reinforcement learning, what NLP or computer vision generally do, what generative AI is. Being aware of trade-offs like sometimes you sacrifice some accuracy for more interpretability. And knowing AI isn't magic, it has limitations, lacks common sense, can be brittle.
Just enough to have an intelligent conversation and make informed judgments. How do we bridge that language barrier with the data teams we talked about?
That's where the AI translator or analytics translator is so vital. People who understand both the business context and the data science. They help formulate problems correctly, interpret the results, explain the models, manage expectations. They're critical bridges. Fostering a product mindset for AI helps too, as does that culture of experimentation.
Okay, looking ahead now. The tech landscape changes so fast. What key future trends should leaders have on their radar screen right now?
The book flags several. Foundation models, especially large language models, LLMs like GPT-4 and its successors, are huge. They're democratizing access to very powerful AI, enabling new applications, hyper-personalization, but also bring risks like bias and hallucinations that need careful management.
We're seeing those everywhere already. What else?
Multimodal AI. Systems that can understand and integrate information from different types of data simultaneously, text, images, audio, video. This leads to richer understanding and more human-like interaction. Imagine an AI analyzing a customer service call by understanding the words, the tone of voice, and maybe even facial expression if it's video.
That's much closer to how humans perceive the world. What about the ultimate sci-fi dream, AGI, artificial general intelligence?
AGI is still very much theoretical, distant, human-level intelligence across the board. It's something to monitor on the long-term horizon, but not the immediate focus for most businesses. What is immediately impactful is the convergence of AI with other emerging technologies. This creates an amplification effect.
Like AI and IoT.
Exactly. AIoT, AI plus Internet of Things, turns the flood of sensor data into actionable intelligence, enabling smart factories, smart cities, intelligent infrastructure. AI and robotics leads to more adaptable, collaborative robots working alongside humans. Further out, AI and quantum computing could revolutionize model training and optimization. And AI and biotechnology neuroscience is already accelerating drug discovery and personalized medicine, while neuroscience inspires new AI designs.
This convergence sounds incredibly powerful, but also complex.
It fuels exponential innovation, creates entirely new industries, but yes, increases systemic complexity and the need for robust governance. It demands broader technological fluency from leaders.
And the regulatory and ethical landscape will keep evolving too.
Inevitably. Regulatory futures like the EU AI Act are just the start. Global businesses need strategies to monitor and adapt. And ethically, the shift is from basic compliance to proactive ethical stewardship. Building trust capital, demonstrating responsible AI practices becomes a strategic differentiator.
And AI intersects with ESG goals too. environmental, social, governance.
Absolutely. The convergence of AI and ESG is crucial. AI can help model climate change, optimize energy use, green AI. It impacts social issues like fairness, inclusion, the future of work, data privacy, and it's central to governance through transparency, accountability, and ethical oversight. Leaders need a holistic view.
Okay, let's try to pull this all together. The book paints a vision of an IntelliCorp 2030, a leading AI-augmented enterprise. What does that actually look like?
Imagine the C-suite at IntelliCorp. They're a highly augmented team. AI decision support systems provide real-time scenario modeling, risk assessments, strategic options. Ethical alignment is baked into every AI initiative. The board routinely oversees AI governance.
So AI is just part of how leadership works. What about operations?
Operations are transformed. Smart factories run on predictive maintenance and intelligent automation. Supply chains are largely self-optimizing, anticipating and adapting to disruptions automatically. Human managers focus on strategic oversight, managing complex exceptions, continuous improvement.
And the workforce, what does it feel like to work there?
It's a true human-AI blend. People focus on creativity, critical thinking, empathy, complex problem-solving things humans excel at. AI handles routine tasks, provides personalized learning and development paths, even helps dynamically form the best teams for specific projects. The CHRO is a strategic architect of these human-AI workflows.
What about customer interaction?
Hyper-personalized, predictive, seamless. AI anticipates needs often before the customer voices them. Intelligent virtual assistants handle most routine interactions flawlessly. Marketing is tailored to the individual moment. Human experts handle the complex, high-empathy interactions, but they're augmented by AI insights.
And innovation.
AI accelerated. Generative design tools, rapid virtual simulation, AI analyzing research data. Innovation cycles are drastically shorter. Humans act as co-creators with AI, guiding the process and bringing ideas to life much faster.
And the company structure itself.
More agile, networked, project-based, less rigid hierarchy. AI helps optimize team composition and facilitates collaboration across fluid structures. But the key message always is that this isn't about replacing humans. It's the augmented organization. AI amplifying human capabilities, automating the drudgery, providing insights. The focus is intelligent human-AI teaming.
It's a compelling vision. Complex to get there, for sure, but the potential seems enormous.
It is, and the foundations for that 2030 vision are being laid right now through the strategic choices leaders are making or failing to make today.
That really brings us back to the core message of this deep dive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
AI isn't just another technology. It's a fundamental strategic imperative that demands leadership right from the very top.
Absolutely. Leading effectively in this new era means embracing AI not as some kind of external threat, but as an incredibly powerful partner to augment human capabilities across every single part of the business.
So as we wrap up, maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Based on everything we've discussed today, drawing from intelligent advantage, what is just one area, maybe one process, one function, one customer interaction in your own organization that you will commit to exploring, to rethinking with a truly AI-first mindset starting this week?
That's a great challenge. And remember, we've really only scratched the surface here. To dive deeper into all these concepts, get practical frameworks, and equip yourself with those actionable strategies, definitely pick up your copy of Intelligent Advantage by Ryan Beckett. You can find it easily on Amazon just by searching the title.
It's been a fascinating discussion. Thank you so much for sharing these insights.
My pleasure. It's crucial stuff for leaders to be thinking about.
And thank you all for tuning in to the Leading with AI podcast. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.